The last thing that I told my son was those police were there to help him. Boy, was I wrong.
Tonight, we're hearing from a mother grieving the death of her son and asking what happened and why.
Welcome to the news at 10. A week and a half ago, Melissa Walton says she called police to tell them her son was struggling and suicidal. That call for help ended in Zachary Snow being shot and killed by police.
Tonight, 7 Investigates Morgan Romero tells us Walton wants answers.
From the day he was born, he was adventurous and outgoing.
26-year-old Zachary Snow died October 30th. Since he was young, his mom, Melissa Walton, says her son battled mental illness.
But he always made people smile.
She says doctors diagnosed Zachary with antisocial personality disorder at 18. Meds really helped when he took them. He fell into hard illegal drugs too. That led to multiple run-ins with the law in Washington, where he's from, and Idaho, stemming back to when he was a teenager. Court records show he was convicted of felony drug possession in Idaho 5 years ago and sentenced to prison. He just got released in June and was on parole. Zachary had a warrant out for his arrest after missing a court date for violating probation. BPD says officers knew about his record and dealt with him in the past. They came in contact with him again the evening of October 27th after Walton called dispatch saying her son threatened to take his own life.
I got a video of him standing on top of a building saying to tell me goodbye. So I told my son to answer the phone or I was calling the police.
Walton told dispatch around 5 he was on top of a building downtown.
I spoke with Zachary again and said, hey, bud, I called the police. They're looking for you. Go talk to them. They're going to help you.
He got off the building. Walton talked to another officer, explaining her son was depressed, off his meds, and didn't believe he was armed.
And then nobody called me. And then his ex-girlfriend said that she was with some detectives and they had said there was an incident.
The incident happened about 30 minutes after she called dispatch on Capitol Boulevard and Myrtle Street, where police say they found Zachary.
In the moments after police found him, we don't know exactly what unfolded. It's still under investigation. But we do know a mom's call to police about her suicidal son ended in his death.
I have no answers. I have nothing.
Witnesses told us officers chased Zachary down an alley, saw him reach for something, then heard multiple gunshots. Officers say they approached him in an open lot and, in their words, fired their weapons after, quote, they were presented with what they perceived to be a deadly threat.
My question as a mother, my question is someone who has just lost their child. What was the perception? What perception was there that they couldn't use a taser or couldn't use a beanbag round?
Because the Ada County Critical Incident Task Force is investigating, police won't say what that threat was, whether he was armed, or how many times he was shot. Snow was taken to a hospital, where he died a few days later.
The last text message I sent to my son, because he wasn't answering, was, son, the police are just there to help you. Please let them help you. So the police didn't help my son. They killed my son.
BPD says all officers get crisis intervention training for calls like this, meaning lessons in verbal de-escalation, interviewing techniques, and use of force options for people in crisis. It also has a special behavioral health response team as, quote, part of an ongoing effort to better assist those facing mental health crisis and connect them with needed social services. BHRT has 2 sworn behavioral health officers and 2 mental health coordinators. They respond to immediate calls for service related to people in crisis, develop training and policy for officers, and coordinate with community partners. 7 Investigates learned that team was not with officers on this call. A BPD spokesperson says welfare checks are one of the highest calls for service, so they can't respond to all of them. BHRT's main role is long-term follow-up response, helping direct people who make repeated calls to police to social services.
There's got to be a change.
Walton wishes mental health specialists were alongside police on all calls, like the one for her son.
But go into those situations with compassion and not automatically think, oh, it's a criminal. Oh, they have a past history. Oh, they're mental. They're going to kill me.
Although she knows that won't bring her son back.
I talked to a BPD spokesperson today who said even if that team was available and they were able to go on that call, we just don't know yet if the outcome of what happened would have been any different.
So the obvious question, what's the status right now of the investigation?
Right, so the Ada County Critical Incident Task Force is investigating this right now. Garden City is leading that investigation. I talked to Garden City Police yesterday. The department is in the process of wrapping up its investigation, now waiting on the coroner's report, which could take weeks. Then they'll send that report over to an outside prosecutor. At that time, more information will be made public. Meanwhile, 2 Boise police officers are currently on administrative leave.
All right, it's going to take a while for this to all sort out.
Yeah.
I think the bigger issue here is we've got to have a bigger safety net for
Yes.
mental health for people before it escalates to this,
Yes.
before police have to get involved. Our community, our state,
Exactly.
we have to do something for the mental health crisis
Yeah.
that we're currently experiencing.
Yeah, it's broken.
Sure.
It's broken.
All right, Morgan, thank you.
Yeah, you bet.
This is a good time to say that if you or someone you know is in crisis, Idaho's Suicide Prevention Hotline is available 24/7. You can call them anytime you need someone to talk to. You don't have to be suicidal. You can call to talk. That number is 800-273-8255 or text them at 208-398-4357.